Hey guys, Ryan here, Movie Maverick from Instagram and Facebook, A Movie Maverick on Twitter. And today I'm going to be talking about Valerian and the City of a Thousand Planets. Written and directed by Luc Besson, who actually is the director of The Fifth Element and The Professional, and most recently Lucy, starring Scarlett Johansson. And if the first one was any indication, Luc Besson knows how to do sci-fi. This movie is actually based off of a very old, famous French comic series. Apparently a much beloved one. It was new to me. And so I went into this without really knowing anything about the source material at all. And I was pretty hooked right at the start. There is an amazing intro that sets up this whole world, all set to David Bowie, and that worked for me. And the movie definitely shows its cards right away by introducing us into this other world within this galaxy that right away kind of reminded me of a lesser Avatar, so that made me a little nervous. I'm not a big fan of Avatar. But it was a nice setup that pays off a little later to the main arc of the film. And it's not till the introduction of the main leads of the film that I started to realize the movie's flaws. And the lead is played by Dane DeHaan and Cara Delevingne, I believe her name is. And I'm gonna just come out and say it, I think that they were miscast. It is refreshing to see two new-ish faces in a movie like this, but I didn't buy their chemistry or their relationship. The movie starts off where they seem to be on rocky terms, and throughout the movie, it's just very forced. They try to push you to feel for these characters' relationships with each other, and I just didn't buy it. As for the characters, that's really it. I mean, there's other little characters here and there. Rihanna actually plays a character randomly in the movie, which was interesting. Ethan Hawke even pops up there for a little bit as a little wonky character. But overall, they didn't really add to this world in this movie. And it's really unfortunate because this world that Luc Besson, presents us is pretty cool. And that a lot of the credit goes to the visuals of the film. The CG is pretty good. I didn't see it in 3D. Probably should have seen it in 3D. I feel like I would have had a little bit more fun with it. There are sequences that I can tell really probably worked in that format. There's some pretty exciting scenes. There's a lot of movie magic to it. But in a world where you have characters like what James Gunn made in Guardians of the Galaxy, it was kind of hard for me to accept another large sci-fi world when the characters were so paper thin. I mean, all the imagination and the creation that went into building this galaxy in this movie is awesome. I read that there's over 200 different species of aliens in the movie, and it definitely shows all throughout. But it's never a good sign when I feel like I'm being forced to care in a movie. And a random side note, Dane DeHaan, his delivery of a lot of the lines reminded me of Keanu Reeves, like in his heyday, like in The Matrix. Yeah, I saw signs of it in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, and I was cringing a little bit, but I didn't know if he was always like that, so anybody correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I just don't think he's that great. So anyway, I would say it's worth a trip to the movies if you are even remotely a sci-fi fan, and you are itching for another world to dive into. This could be your movie. The characters didn't work for me, but they might for you. Alright guys, thanks for checking out this video. Hit a like and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. Take it easy.